Hi everyone, good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, hi, good evening.
Good evening everyone. So I'll start the session. Give me 1 minute. Let me share my screen. Hi everyone, welcome to today's demo, and maybe we'll start with my introduction, right? I'll quickly introduce myself, and then from there I'll take you through the course syllabus. So we will keep this demo really short, like 30 minutes. I will explain the entire new curriculum, and then if you have any questions after I explain, you can ask me and we can discuss all your doubts. Okay? So this is Asmita. I will be a course instructor. I have around 10 plus years of experience into. Please go on mute, everyone. Everyone, please go on mute. Okay. So just give me first initial 15-20 minutes. Let me explain about the syllabus, content and everything. And then if you have any questions, we can discuss. So I have around 10 plus years of experience into data science and big data analytics. Currently, I'm working as a senior, I was working as a senior data scientist, but now I promoted to staff data scientist. I have around 6 plus years of teaching experience. I am with Durgasov for last 2 years. More than 1,000 professionals I have trained, and I worked in various different domains, starting from healthcare, investment banking, aviation, renewables, right? So currently I'm working as a staff data scientist in one of the leading top 50 MNCs. Coming to the course content, I think after this call you will be getting an email where the course content will be attached. Feel free to go through that and ask me any questions you have. The course that this demo is for the new course that we are starting, maybe from next Monday onwards, officially we will start. This week is just a course preparatory week where we will be discussing about all your doubts. And then we will do the installation part, all the software requirements and basic IDE installation, software installation, everything, right? We'll keep ourselves ready, and then some of the courses, some of the prerequisite before you join to the course, right? We'll discuss. Next Monday onwards, the timing will be, I'll tell you the timing. Maybe next Monday or next Wednesday onwards, the timing will be 9 to 10. Actually, the batch timing is 9 to 10. Only for demo, it will be 8 to 9, right? And then once we go back to the class, then that will be 9 to 10. Okay, so coming to the other things, like if you want to understand other details like what is data science and what is artificial intelligence and all that, so I think in YouTube will find a lot of my previous demos where you can please go through that to understand detail. In this demo, I just will stick to the course content and about other things, like basically I will give you the highlights about the course. Okay? So let us go and let me take you through the course content. So I'll share you the PPT with you, and also I will share you the Word document where you will find all the details about the course and everything. So the entire course is around, in terms of hours, if I have to say, it is around 40 to 50 hours course. And we will have class weekly 5 days. And what all are those days where we will connect? Monday to Friday, we will connect. Every day, 1 hour, we will connect, right? And the course duration is almost, if you take almost, it will be like 2.5 months. And we will see a lot of topics in this duration. We'll start our entire content from Python. So give me 1 minute. This Zoom has no option to my pen. I'm not able to write. Give me 1 second. Not right. Okay, anyways, I can type. Okay, so let me first give you about the course details. So the course is around, as I said, it is about 2 to 2.5 month course. And in terms of hour, like 40 to 50 hours content, it will start with Python, right? So people who are very beginner, all people who are from completely non-technical background, let's say you have never done coding in your life and it's the first time you're learning the coding thing and you have zero programming background, for them this week is very important. Try to enroll as soon as possible and utilize this 1 week, prior 1 week before you join the real class, understanding some of the basic programming concept. I can share you the details, what all terminologies you need to understand before you join to the course. I think those are prerequisite, like what is a function, what is a variable, at least the theory part, right? The logic wise, you should be clear. Coding and programmatically, we will understand when the class will start, especially for non-coders, right? There is a set of programming basics you need to understand. What is OOPS, what is object, what is class, very, very basic about you should know, right? Because this course is mostly data science course and we will not be going to very basic level where I can tell you what is a function, what is the logic behind each and everything. But yes, you have some 10 days of time. So if you can utilize this week learning Python, that will definitely help you. Okay, so we'll start with Python. So this Python is very vast and Python has different part, right? Python can be useful for web development. Python can be useful for data science. Python is used for other things, like we can use Python for your kind of big data platforms, cloud. We can go for blockchain. So a lot of things we can do using Python. So this course is mostly Python we will understand with respect to data science, right? A lot of libraries and packages in Python, which is helpful for understanding data science, like data analysis packages and data visualization packages, machine learning implementing packages. Then we have a lot of other content related to data science we will understand. So Python, I have divided two types, like, or two parts. One is a core and one is a advanced. So in core Python, what you will understand in core Python, mostly we will be discussing about the normal Python concepts, like what is a variable, what is a function, right? How to declare a function in Python. And then we will be discussing about loops, if, else, while loop, right? And then we will be discussing about other concepts like data structures. So data structure in the sense we will be discussing about list, we will be discussing about tuple, set, right? And dictionary. So we will also be discussing about other concepts like loops, for loop, if loop, while loop, and all of other kind of like loops, right? Once we understand this, we will be understanding variables, data types. So these are the kind of basic Python or core Python. It's just a kind of fresh, kind of revision for you, people who already know, but people who doesn't know, they will not feel disconnected because the course is starting from very scratch. From Python installation to core Python, we will first see. Once we complete this section, we'll move to the next section. Having said that, we are not going to spend a lot of times understanding core Python. Once we complete the core Python section, next section is advanced Python. In advanced Python, what we will understand? In advanced Python, we will be discussing about two major libraries, right? One is how to do different kind of math operation using NumPy package. NumPy is a very important package, mostly useful for linear algebra and other kind of maths. We'll see detail about NumPy and then we will see about pandas. Pandas is a data analysis package. So in advanced Python, we'll be discussing about NumPy and pandas. So core Python, all of this concept, advanced Python, all of these concepts, and pandas, what all topics we will complete. In the syllabus, you will see everything is written very transparent. So you can go through the syllabus to know detail about each and every section. In pandas, we will understand different concepts like merging, joining, concatenation, filtering, a lot of things we will discuss. Once we complete core and advanced Python, you have additional the day of your enrollment within 1 week. You will get 170 hours video of Durga sirs, right? In this particular Durga sirs video, you will be understanding mostly about the other sections of Python. Like if you want to understand about OOPS concept, like what is your decorator, generator, file handling, regular expression, all of these concepts you can see Durga sirs recording, right? Whenever you are getting time, this will stay with you for more than 6 months, the material and video access. So even though the course is completed, whenever you're getting time, you can go through sir's recording and materials to learn Python in a detailed way, right? Okay. So once we complete this first section, I call this is step 1. Then we will be going to the next section. So in step 1, we will understand one more thing, that is data visualization, right? Data visualization using Python. Using Python. So what Python library we are going to discuss? 2 things. One we will discuss is nothing but Plotly, and then we will be discussing one more library that is nothing but Tableau. Tableau videos I will provide. Plotly in live class we will complete. Okay. So this kind of section will take approximately kind of 20% of the time, 20 to 30% of the time. And then we will complete this entire section, right? That is step 1. So once we complete this, next step is your stars and ML. So the stars and ML, stars and machine learning section we will start. And in the stars and ML section, the first thing we will discuss is machine learning. So in machine learning, we have a bunch of algorithms from supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised. If I write down the algorithms, many of you will not understand. So as of now, I'm just skipping. You can go through the syllabus for detail, but in short, linear regression, logistic regression, right? And then we have decision tree, random forest, K-means clustering algorithm, right? We have other sections like model validation, right? So each and every algorithm we will see in detail. So the logic, the mathematical part, and one project in the class and one project you will take it as your assignment. You can practice. Assignments will be uploaded on Fridays, Saturday, Sunday you can practice, Monday you can ask doubts. So almost like in ML and start section, you will be getting 5 to 6 projects to practice. 3 to 4 projects we'll do in the class, right? Every algorithm will be having one use case and then one assignment. So if there are 7 algorithms, 7 use cases, 7 assignment. For pandas and visualization, there will be one use case which we will do in the class and one use case which you will practice. So that I think I have included in the syllabus for detailed kind of understanding. Once we complete this section, next section is your deep learning. So deep learning and image processing, right? So this section is deep learning and image processing section, where we will discuss detail about deep learning. Like we have TensorFlow and Keras platform where we will implement the models, but artificial neural network, convolutional neural network, image processing, all of this topic we will discuss. And then we will discuss about NLP. So this is the last topic. So NLP is something which we will be discussing in the class. NLP is natural language processing, text data mining, right? We'll be taking text data and I'll explain you how to handle text data, how to kind of do modeling when your data is text data. So this is your whole summarized way. Along with that, what extra bonus recordings you're getting from my side. 170 hours of video recording you're getting. Along with that, you're going to get data visualization recording. So basically, this is your Tableau. So what all packages you're getting? You're getting Seaborn, you're getting Matplotlib, right? So these are the libraries in Python. And then you're going to get Tableau, right? So all of these packages you're going to get for kind of 6-month access you will get. After the course is finished, you can access for 6 months. So you're going to get all of this access. After you understand all of this about Tableau and about your Matplotlib and Seaborn, Then what we can do is next thing that we will, I will provide you access is nothing but your Spark, Apache Spark, right? So Apache Spark is a big data tool. So it is almost like 7 to 8 hours video for Spark. You will get data visualization around 8 to 10 hours video, right? If you include everything, like this is around 7 to 8 hours, right? And this is also around 7 to 8 hours. Right, so these all are video recordings and it will be provided after your enrollment is confirmed within 1 week. So you can ask me doubts if you have anything with respect to all of this, right? Data visualization in Apache Spark and time series video. So time series, again, it is around 3 to 4 hours of time series content you will get. So what else you will get? I think everything is there in the syllabus. This is just the summary of the syllabus. Because many of you are new beginner, you might not be understanding the syllabus even though you go through it. So I have just given you a summary. Let me quickly repeat. So we're going to start the new batch mostly from next Monday onwards. This week is a demo week. But having said that, after attending 2 or 3 classes, we'll start the content. The content in the sense we will install our softwares and we will make our system ready and we will do some of the prerequisite required before you join the class. Monday onwards, when you join, maybe 1 or 2 days you have to join 8 p.m. But once the class is starting, the timing will be 9 p.m. Right? 9 to 10. Monday to Friday, everyday class 9 to 10. What topics will cover? Core Python, Advanced Python. In Core Python, variable, function, data structure, and loops and all. In Advanced Python, we have NumPy, Pandas, and then we will be going for data visualization, Plotly. After we discuss that, we'll go to stars and ML. And then once we complete statistics and machine learning, we'll go to deep learning and image processing, followed by natural language processing. So these are the content. What all extra bonus recording you're getting? Data visualization you're getting for Seaborn, Matplotlib, Tableau, Apache Spark you're getting, in time series you're getting. Along with that, Durga Sir's recording you're getting, right, for Python. Right? So this is almost like 140 hours video. So this is the kind of bonus lectures, videos and materials, everything you're getting along with assignments, and it's a live class recording. So many people have asked doubts also. So you'll get everything from your day of enrollment when it is confirmed. Within 1 day you will get. So this is the summary of the content, right? And yeah, so I will pause here for some time. As I said, there are a lot of videos available in YouTube. If you really want to know what is data science, what is artificial intelligence, what is the difference between artificial intelligence and data science, and what is a data engineer and data science difference, right? Who is a data analyst? What is the salary range normally a data scientist can expect? What is the job role, right? What is the skill sets required to become a data scientist? How many years of experience you can show? So after taking this course, you can apply for data scientist. And if you have completed the Python track, you can also apply for Python related jobs, right? And data analyst. If you learn SQL by yourself, I think with SQL knowledge, you can apply for data analyst, data scientist, and then you can apply for Python related roles. So these are the roles you can apply for. And yeah, so this is the summary. I am just giving you a quick summary. Now I will pause and take doubts.
Madam, it's 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. the class schedule?
9 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, madam.
Timing is 9 p.m., 9 to 10. Only for demo you can join, but honestly, this 8 p.m. is not at all suitable for me. Just for demo, we can connect. Then we will move to 9 p.m. once the class starts. Next Monday or next Wednesday onwards, I'll tell you. By this Thursday, I'll tell you. Next week, it will be 9 p.m.
And madam, one more thing, like, morning I saw another session like real-time project. Is the same thing or different thing?
Okay, so the real-time project is a separate session. So for that, there is a prerequisite. So basically, people who already know Python and already know machine learning concepts. So that is only project-related learning. So what we will do is artificial intelligence is very vast, right? Like it's a lot of topics are there, and it's like never ending kind of syllabus. So in the project batch, the main goal is you know the concepts, but you don't know where to apply. So in this course also you'll do a lot of projects, but having said that, as I said, there is a saying in AI, like it is a never ending kind of subject. So the more practice you will do, more understanding you will have. So I'll take a problem or challenge from machine learning side and deep learning side, and we'll try to solve it through that project. I'll give you an example. Let's say outlet detection, right? So it's a challenge. So we know one or two methods, but people are there, companies are there who works for years in outlet detection. People do PhD only in outlet detection algorithms, right? Like if you go to Goldman Sachs and other investment banks, they have fraud detection, surveillance analytics. So which only they are doing nothing but anomaly detection. If you go to IoT, sensor data manufacturing, companies like General Electric, Tata Steel and all, if you're working there as a data scientist, machine failure detection, which is again nothing but anomaly detection. So there are applications in AI, right? So the projects are application oriented and very good for two kind of people. Number one is executive level persons who are kind of at very high level, manager kind of level. So they know the basics, but they themselves are not really coding, but they really want to understand the application part of it and want to understand what all different projects in a particular domain AI can do, right? Second is people who already have the basic understanding about ML, stats, Python and everything, but they really are struggling where to implement, or they really not getting lot of projects that they can put in their CV to showcase some experience, or they're really struggling with the domain. For example, you're from manufacturing, you understood, but you really don't know how ML can help in manufacturing. So those project classes are application oriented. So we'll take one domain, maybe in one project. Let's say project number one is related to banking and mostly manufacturing. And the objective of that is nothing but anomaly detection. And then there are a lot of algorithms. We'll go very deep dive into that section. Having said that, it's not a theory class where I will teach you the algorithms, derive and everything, what I'm doing here in this course, but it's an application oriented. How those algorithms we can implement in real time. So it's an end-to-end thing. So starting from data collection, also I will deploy the model in cloud. A kind of small demo I will show, because it's not possible to show you complete thing, but definitely you will get a lot of understanding starting from data collection till deployment, right? So that's one project. So one project will take 5 to 6, or maybe even depending on the level of difficulty, it may take 7 to 8 hours from my side, right? And that is not a regular class. That's a kind of research kind of thing. So we will be connecting 2-3 days in a week, mostly weekend, and then one weekday. So weekend, I will discuss the concepts and I will take you through, and then I'll give you homework or assignments. You will be working on that project Wednesday or Thursday, one day. You will be asking doubts, I will be clearing. Again, I will be taking you through the next steps of the project. Right, so this is a kind of what you do in real time, right? Which is very much lacking. I found that it's really lacking. So in real time, this is what we are doing, right? We're taking some time and doing a project. When we are stuck, we go to the mentor, we go to the other team members, discuss. We discuss with the client and then do the requirement modification and finally build a product. So that is a different course. This is a completely different course. That course is not suitable if you're completely beginner, you have no idea about these concepts, right? So you can read a book if you know the alphabets and you know the phonics. So in this course, you will understand the phonics and alphabets. In that course, you will read the book. So that's the difference, right? Is it clear, the project batch? So all of my old students mostly will be joining that project batch, right? And people who have already completed this course from any other institute and they're looking for domain specific projects, application oriented, and want to understand the complete pipeline, starting from data collection to model deployment. That course will be very helpful. Okay. So I think that is also starting shortly. Within 15-20 days, we're going to start it. I'll tell you the exact timing and everything, right, once it is started.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Will you also be covering transformers and multilingual models inside NLP?
Yeah, so what we are covering and what we are not covering, see, I'll tell you one honest thing. So it is, the duration is 45 to 50 hours, and I tried my best to balance, and not possible to cover everything in this. But what I can suggest is you first take this course, and anything extra that you want to learn, only join the project regarding that. So please go on mute, everyone. Go on mute. Okay. Can you go on mute, everyone? Okay. So yes, so the machine learning and statistics part is very, very detailed, but coming to the deep learning section and the NLP section, it is not complete details we are learning. We are learning intermediate level. So we are not completing the transformers and then reinforcement learning. The advanced topics we are not including here, right? Till intermediate level we are understanding. So image kind of morphological transformation, image smoothing, OpenCV, filtering, and then convolution, convolutional neural network, artificial neural network. We will do one image classification project. Coming to NLP, what is word embedding? What is TF-IDF? What is count vectorizer, right? How to convert any text into numbers using word embedding techniques, how to apply ML and DL on that text. So all of those things we are discussing, right? So in the syllabus, you will get complete detail, each topic wise, what all we are discussing, what all we are covering, detail, complete detail is mentioned.
Okay, so there is some other course for transformers and the advanced deep learning.
Yeah, so actually I was taking an advanced course before, but now there is a lack of time from my side, so I'm not able to take multiple batches, so I stopped it. And advanced is we see, like in this course we can expect a lot of strength, but in advanced course not many people has the requirement to go till that level, right? And many companies, they also don't require very advanced level of deep learning. So the strength of that batch was kind of less, like 15, 18 in one batch. And the timing is a great factor actually. So timing is not there from my side. So I stopped at the advanced batch, but it was there 3-4 months back. I think we had an advanced batch where we were discussing all of this, but now we stopped it because we have 2 data science batches, and to take one more batch, I don't have time. That's the thing.
All
but
right.
if you are interested, what I can do is I can share the recordings of previous batch. Right? Once the enrollment is confirmed, previous batch recordings you can take. So we have RN and LSTM. So those kind of things we have completed in that batch, advanced batch.
Cool. Thanks.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm pursuing my BTech 4th year, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I took Durga sir videos, Python videos, ma'am, online subscription. Ma'am, my doubt is whether if I choose this course, there is a jobs for freshers or not, ma'am.
See, as a fresher, you should try for all the roles, whatever you're getting, you should take it. All the roles in the sense related to data, like data analyst, you should apply for. Python also, Python developer, if you're getting, you should apply for. And you should apply for data science, right? All of these 3 roles you can apply. I will tell you, there is a less probability that as a fresher, if you're not from top institutes like tier 1 colleges, what they say, it's difficult to get data science role. Having said that, you can enter as a junior level positions like data analyst or Python related positions. And why I'm saying you to enter, because those are very relevant domains. So later on, after 1 or 2 years, your experience will not be invalid and you can easily move to data science team. So for freshers, you try for data science, but also try for data analyst. Any one of these roles you're getting, you should take it. Okay. So for you, Satish, I think if you're complete fresher, fresher in the sense you just completed BTech, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm in fourth year.
Okay, you're in 4th year. So great. So I think you have a great career ahead. So go for data analyst roles. I think data analyst is data scientist. So only thing you have to learn is SQL, extra thing along with this.
Okay.
Ma'am, actually, I have one question now. Actually, I'm having almost 3 years of experience. So, after taking this course, right, how easy to is it easy to crack the interviews and because I see earlier the competition was this, but now I see there is a lot of competition and
Yeah,
everyone
I'll
is
tell you.
interested on the data science.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone, please go on mute. I can take this question. So basically, see, this course is a difficult course. I don't want to, honestly speaking, this is not something like only one language or something we are learning. Language is just a kind of tool here. Like language is assumed to be known. It's very, very basic, like Python or any language that you're using for data science coding. It is the first level or very basic. Along with that, you're learning lot of new things, lot of tools, basically bunch of tools. So you have like sklearn package, you have pandas, you have Spark, you have data visualization, Tableau, and a lot of other new things you're learning. So my honest thing is, this is not a very easy course. Please go on mute, everyone. Satish, can you go on mute? Yeah. So this is not a very simple kind of only language or something where you learn one language and it's done. So a lot of things you have to learn at a time. So initially when you learn it from me or you learn it from anywhere, right? You will find a lot of things at a time you're learning, new things, new words. But please give yourself some time, right? Because this is very new. So you will take some 4 to 5 months time to grasp everything, practice, and then kind of master everything. So once the course is completed, again you have to revise. You have the recordings, entire class recordings will be with you. Again you revise. First time you will understand 70-80%. Second time when you revise, 100% you will get it, and then you apply for job. So give yourself 6 month time. Don't set unrealistic expectation from your side, like, okay, within 1 month I will switch to data science. No, that's not possible. Minimum 6 months to 1 year it will take. Many interviews you will fail, rejected. From there you will learn, you will understand the interview pattern, and then again you will apply. Second time you will be more stronger, and after 4 to 5 interviews definitely you will clear it. Are you getting? So the competition is huge. Having said that, with the correct mindset, definitely you can crack it. And as I said, anything that you're getting as a fresher or at the initial level, you should take it. Even though you're getting data analyst or data science related jobs, definitely you should go for it. You should not reject data analyst, because like if you are in a 3 to 4 year experience level, data analyst is a very easy transition. So from data analyst, easily you can become a data scientist within 1 or 2 years, right? That's the one thing I can tell you. So answer is yes, you can. Coming to interview, there are some special things you need to do, because it is a rat race. Everyone wants to come into artificial intelligence, and that is the fact. Whether you agree or not, but everyone wants to come into data related field. Either it is data engineer or it is data scientist, right? Or DevOps. These are the trending topics right now. Everyone wants to come here. Everyone, right? All freshers have a dream to come here. All the People who are working in other fields, they want to come here. So how you are special? So you have to show a lot of projects in your CV. You have to be skilled enough. You should have a very good GitHub repository. You should have real project experience. How you will get it? Once you enroll the course, I will tell you. There are a lot of platforms, Kaggle and all. You can practice hackathons, you can join. So that extra thing, if you can put in your CV, definitely it will be shortlisted, right? So that it is, but once you crack it, I think your career is secure for next 5 to 10 years, right?
Ma'am, some supplementary question. So what about that real-time experience? I'll get it because end-to-end project deployments. Will I get that
Real-time experience. See, if you are very smart enough, I think this course is enough. You can be able to write it. Because in this, I will also share you some CV templates which you can take as reference, and you can, I think this course also will give you 10 to 15 projects. So you can prepare your own CV and go for it. But if you are not super confident in terms of writing your CVs and all, maybe that project batch will help you, right? Because only project and you will understand the complete workflow in that particular batch. So in short, see, I just want to tell you one thing. Don't expect a lot of kind of wonder or magic from a data science or any trending course that you're taking. Any trending course from anywhere you're taking, from here or from Udemy or from anywhere, if it is self-paced or instructor-led, every a path. They will show you the path, how to go. It's all your effort ultimately. For example, I have told you about linear. One project I have done in the class, one project you have practiced. Now it's your responsibility to go to internet and do 5 to 6 more projects related to linear regression. Then only you will get that 100% confidence. Are you getting? So you need to understand with whom you're competing. When you're showing 2-year experience in data science, somebody like you has worked in industry for 2 years, right? 9 hours every day. 9 hours into 365 into 2. Those many years he has really worked. And you're competing with them, right? How you think by doing 2 projects you can be matching with their kind of standard. So what I'm saying is, no matter you're taking the course from here or you're taking the course from anywhere else, the content or the pattern is nothing but to make you understand the algorithm details and show you 1 or 2 use cases. Related to that algorithm, you have to practice 5 to 6 more use cases, similar kind of use cases, to get that confidence, right? And if you do that, then only you can write. If you practice 6 projects, you can write 1 or 2 out of it, and you can explain that in the interview very confidently. Are you getting? So that's the main thing. So in summarized way, dedicate 1 hour every day for studying after the class. At least 1 hour to 2 hours extra you need. Only attending class will not help you, because this is something which is a difficult course, not a kind of easy. Till Python it is okay, but when we go to ML, it is difficult.
And big data and data science are same things or different?
Big data is again a tool which will help data scientists to handle huge volume of data. So you can write your machine learning programming using Python in your laptop if you are handling 300 MB of data, right? But same machine learning algorithm using Python, can you write using your machine which has 8 GB RAM if the data size is 200 GB? Will your system support?
No, ma'am, will not support.
No. So you need to know extra tools which will support huge volume. So extra tools are nothing but Spark, Hadoop and all will help to distribute your data into different machines. Now the concept is same. Linear regression is linear regression. The data is used. That doesn't mean the linear regression logic will change. Having said that, the programming syntax will change. Here you are writing system, there you will be writing the program in such a way that 100 system at a time can understand, distributed way. So the logic, sorry, the syntax will be different. For that reason, you have to learn Spark, how to write code using Spark ML, Spark machine learning, right? Or maybe Hadoop and Spark ecosystem you need to understand. So what is data science? Actually, you understand, right? It's like they complement each other. These are not different topics, right? So you can be a better data scientist who can handle huge volume of data if you know big data.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have this doubt, like we have this demo sessions tomorrow also. So if you have any questions or any concerns or anything, any doubt, today you take time, you go through the syllabus. And then if you have any questions, tomorrow I'm not showing the syllabus today because I'm going to do some modification from your batch onwards. The syllabus will be little modified. So the new syllabus I will show you in the class tomorrow. I will display in the window, right? So I will again take you through the syllabus. But summary is these all are the content we're going to cover. Inside each topic, what all things we will cover, I will show you the complete thing from the syllabus once you join tomorrow, maybe.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Actually, I am a third year BTech student. So will
Yeah.
I get internship after this course?
Internship you need to find yourself, but yes, I think internship nowadays a lot of startups are offering and a lot of other companies are providing. So it's a great thing if you can do some internship, because you're not from tier 1 or tier 2 colleges, tier 1 colleges, then I think with internship directly you can apply for data scientist role after BTech. So for all the BTech graduates, it's a great thing if you can get some internship related to data in your BTech. That will be really helpful because that will be counted as your experience, right? So once your BTech is completed, you're no more a fresher. So you have some experience, you have done some internship in data related field. You can directly go for data scientist role. So data scientist roles are it's not about technical, it's a lot of things you need to handle in real time. You have to face the client. See, I'll tell you what's the problem. The problem is you understand the concept and everything, you coded it. It's not like you coded and it's completed, right? Somebody has to buy your product. And think like this, let's say you are explaining about Alexa or Google Home or something which you have built, how you have built it to your father, right? So that's the real situation in your real time. So the client or your stakeholders are naive users. So they don't know anything about artificial intelligence, but they want to understand how your algorithm is working, everything. So you are not only responsible to build the product, but sell the product, because the marketing team, even though your manager whom you're reporting, I have found many of the managers themselves, they don't know what you are doing, right? Internal algorithm details and other things. It's very difficult to convince others why the algorithm, and the trust factor, right? Why somebody will trust your algorithm. So that those all things to convince others to start using your product is the real-time challenge. And that I think a fresher cannot handle those pressures. That's the reason companies, they don't hire data scientists as a very data scientist roles are mostly offered. Either you have a master's degree or BTech plus some experience, 2-3 years, right? Or you have an exceptional good CV, exceptionally good CV, right? Or basically with some internship experience. So for freshers, having said that, data analyst is the starting point. People who are already in industry for 2-3 years or already completed masters in some relevant field, they can directly go for data science roles. I hope you understand, because data science is something which is just like a software engineering background where you have just to code and develop the app. You are also you are an individual contributor, definitely, but also you are the only person who will be knowing what you're doing. You will be explaining others. The explaining other parts is very, very difficult. They will not trust why. I mean, it's a magic for them, right? Like, let's see Alexa, final product, and you have implemented that and you have built it. So a lot of questions in my mind, right? Whether this Alexa will work after 2 months. I will spend $2 million on this product. Will that work after 2 months? What is the guarantee? How it is working? All of these questions they will be asking to you, and you are the person who is going to answer it. So it's not only handling technical things, handling client, handling other people. And that needs maturity, right? That needs experience. At least 3-4 years, if you are in industry, then only you can handle those situations. So that's the reason company don't hire complete graduates who have zero experience in IT as data scientists. You understood why it is not the case.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. So sorry, but I have to end the session here. I have another batch at 9 and I need some break in between. We will continue tomorrow and we can discuss. Tomorrow it will be more structured demo where I can show you the course content, detailed overview, and I can take all your questions. All your questions tomorrow. I can.
Ma'am, there is one short question. Can I ask?
Yeah, maybe this is the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. When we go for big data and when we go for data science.
When we go for big data, I told you, right? I think recently I given one example. When you go for big data and when you go for data science. So data science and big data, are they different or same? See, big data has, data science, big data is actually complementing data science. It's not a different thing. I have given you just now example. Anybody remember that example and can repeat? Where you can use big data as a data scientist, why you need to learn? Anyone? As a data scientist, what is the need of learning big data?
I can tell. So I'm Sahil. While we're trying to do analysis on or visualizations on part of it, we need to, parallel process huge data in order to display them, or let's say do some transformation operations on data frames. So that's when we'll deal with big data. And especially working with companies in insurance domain or e-commerce domain, there will be huge data to deal with.
Correct. So there are a lot of things. So one thing is whether you want to do real-time processing, near real-time streaming kind of processing, or you want to do batch processing. So if you want to do very near-time processing, again, big data will support you because Python does not support streaming analysis, data analytics. That's one thing. Other thing, very important thing is huge volume of data. If you're working for Goldman Sachs or Amazon or Flipkart, they have billions of users, like petabytes. So I used to work in one of these investment banks, and one day market data is 300 petabyte, you will not believe. And the machines that has been assigned to us was 200 GB, one machine. So when I joined that company first day, I was Googling for 5 minutes, whether I am wrong or it is correct, because I was just converting the GBs, right? It was not in GB. So I was converting to GB, whether it is 20 GB machine or 200 GB. I was surprised. Individuals are getting 200 GB machine capacity. So you can understand. So even loading data is a huge task when you have 300 petabytes of data. Leave about data science, which is very complex. So why you need to understand big data? Because you are helpless. You cannot do anything. If you have huge volume of data, one system is not sufficient. So you have to understand the ecosystem of big data to handle huge volume of data, huge variety of data, right? So as I think someone said, it's very correct. So mostly insurance, banking, e-commerce, they have huge volume of data, and mostly that's why they need data scientists who also have some knowledge in big data, right? Okay. So I think what we will do is tomorrow we'll continue. If you have any questions, I can take it.
Python class, Durga sir.
Thank you.
Last question. So how many sessions is altogether the course of full stack data science and ML?
How the sessions are?
How many number of sessions? It's all about like
how many number of sessions? Yeah, I think I told everything in the initial things. So it will be.
Sorry, I missed it. Like, can you just tell the number? Like, is it like a 50 or?
Yes. Yeah, I told in the initial part when I started that time only I told the duration is around 2 months, 2.5 months, but let's not go for the duration. If you talk about timings, number of hours, it's almost like 45 hours you can expect.
Okay, ma'am.
This self-learning courses, right? So only live classes will be 45. Self-learning will be Tableau 7 hours, and then Spark is 7 hours, and then time series is again 7 hours or 5 hours. We have this Seaborn Matplotlib 3-4 hours. Durga says recording 170 hours. So if you include like more than 200 plus, but here classes will be 45, around 45, yes. So based on my past experience, 45 hours of content.
Okay, ma'am. So to get the offline, I mean the self-learning access, is there any Google Drive kind of access, or is it like
Yes,
a
yes,
website?
yes. There is a drive where you will get access. So I can show you some of the batches. Like let's say this is my batch. So a lot of let's say I will show you, right? 1 second. So like this you will get, right? So let's say if I'm opening this, these are materials. So if you open these materials, you will get all of these sections one by one: visualization, PCA, K-means, coding test, books, house price, all of these projects and everything. So inside each and everything, let's say this is one algorithm. If you open this, you will understand the. So this is a zip file, but if you unzip it, data is very huge. So I have zipped it. So you'll get data. So like this, you'll get video. This drive access, right? Everything you find in one Google Drive.
Including projects, no, ma'am?
Projects, dataset, assignment, books, materials, recordings, everything.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, thank you everyone. Let's connect tomorrow. We'll continue from here.
Yes, hi Sasmita, this is Radhika. Hello.
Yeah, Radhika.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it is at 9 p.m. and I was given that 9 p.m. is the time and I just logged in. So I didn't know that it was at 8 p.m. So where can I get the recorded meeting of today's session?
I think it will be uploaded in YouTube and also tomorrow demo sessions. So if you have any questions tomorrow also you can ask Radhika.
Oh, okay, fine. So I'll get this thing on YouTube and from tomorrow it is at 8 p.m., right? Same link.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Sasmita. Thank you. Okay, yeah.
Thank you everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, bye.